everyone, it's me Jen once again, and of course I have another foundation review, and I'm really excited about this one. If you've actually missed my other foundation reviews, please look in the info box below and I have all the links there for you. And today I am so happy to do this foundation review because it is the new Chanel Perfection Lumiere, and let me just tell you, it is perfection in a bottle. Alright, so as you guys know, Pro Longwear, which is a foundation that is really popular among the foundation from Chanel, it is actually being discontinued, and then this is actually not taking its place, but actually a new foundation as on its own. It's nothing like the Pro Longwear. It's completely the opposite. Pro Longwear was more dewy, and this one is actually more matte. And even though there is the matte Lumiere by Chanel, this is actually a little bit more different. So that's why I wanted to do the review, to actually show you guys if it's actually something that you would actually like. Alright, so let's talk about the finish. Again, it's matte finish. Even though it's a matte finish, it doesn't give you a complete matte powdered look. It actually gives you a matte look that actually gives you a little bit more life, a little bit more glow from within. I know a lot of foundation ads say you will light from within, or it's going to make you look like you're lit up from within, blah blah. But this actually does it. It actually gives you that glow underneath your skin that actually makes your skin look healthy yet still matte, so it doesn't give you that oily look. From my personal experience from all of the foundation that I tried from Chanel, I never really liked any of them to 100%. They are high quality, they are great, because the technology that Chanel has in creating new formulation for foundations are really always changing and really great. I find that it wasn't for me. And one thing that Chanel's foundation has is always SPF. I know it's so that consumers can find that, hey, I don't have to buy sunscreen, I already have it in my foundation, but I find that because it has SPF, it causes that white cast, and just like this one, there is an SPF of 10 and it does cause that white cast. So I would not recommend this for those who wants to use this foundation to take photos, because you're going to get that unevenness compared to your skin on your face and your skin on your body. So that's something that I always find a little bit disappointing in foundation from Chanel. But as a finish overall, it's a beautiful finish. It actually does just feel like, I don't know, like it doesn't feel like foundation. After you have it on, it feels really great. It's not tacky, it doesn't feel like anything. But the best part of it is that even though it's matte, it doesn't give you that powdered look. I know a lot of matte foundation causes people that have a lot of peach fuzz to accentuate it. And the reason why it accentuates it is that it lays on top of the peach fuzz, and it makes it look, I guess, a little bit too cakey. And this actually blends in really well. I have a lot of peach fuzz, as you guys already know, and it actually lays down really nicely and looks like skin. And with this foundation, I find that when I put it on, it makes me feel like I'm buffing away my imperfections. It's like magic. You put it over your skin and it just looks like beautiful skin that you would want to have if you didn't want to wear any makeup, basically. I love this one because it does give you that beautiful natural look, and it doesn't give you that flat matte look. It's a rounded matte look. As longevity goes, I find that with this foundation, it lasts a pretty long time. Compared to my Holy Grail Lancome Tint Idol Ultra, I don't think it lasts up to 16 hours like the Lancome one, but it does last a really nice time. The coverage to me feels light to medium, even though when you put it on, it reminds me a lot of the Makeup Forever HD, because it doesn't have so much liquid. It's a little bit more difficult to blend, but don't get me wrong, that doesn't make it that much harder. It's just the fact that because it's a little bit harder to blend, you would have to spend a little bit more time to blend it out, but that will give you a light finish and not a full coverage. but you can build it up. The one thing that I do want to state is that you can build it up, but notice when you wear it, when you do build it up, the color does change, in my opinion, because it oxidizes. When you wear it on your skin really lightly, it's perfect. It perfectly blends into your skin color. But when you double it up and you build up the color for full coverage, I find that oxidation does become a problem, and it does oxidize a little bit too much. But I don't really ever wear it fully. I always wear it from light to medium coverage, and it blends into my skin perfectly. Alright, so speaking of color-wise, Chanel's color never ever meets my color. It never matches. It just doesn't matches because for other foundations it was either too gray, too pink, or too orange for me, and my skin tone is very neutral and yellow, and I think that with Chanel it was a little bit harder. But what's really great about this foundation is that the color range is really large. If you think MAC color range is large, this is like next up there. They have B for yellower skin, BR for more rosy skin, and Ombre, which is the new category for foundations in Chanel, and it's actually more orange and warmer tones if you were to have darker skin tones. When I first saw that, I was so excited because I'm like, oh, okay, they have warmer skin tones, so maybe it's more yellow. So I went for the lightest ombre, and I look like an Oompa Loompa. Like, it looks so orange on me. But then I noticed on the Cell Associates, she had it on, and she's, I think she was Hispanic, and her other Cell Associate was actually Indian. And it looks beautiful on them. It gave them a beautiful glow, but on me it just made me look like an Oompa Loompa. So I want to state and stress to you guys that B is for more neutral and yellow, and then BR is for rosy and more pinkish undertones, and then Ombre is actually for more warm skin tones. So the lightest for the warm skin tones is not going to meet for anyone that has yellow skin because it has a lot of orange. It's more warm. But I think the color range is really great. Something that Chanel actually listened to the consumers this time and came out with more color selection rather than always just having a really small range of colors. And B40 fits me perfectly, and I'm an NC30 to NC35, and I think it's a really great foundation. I think if it wasn't for the SPF and if it wasn't for the oxidation, this would be my holy grail because of the quality. It doesn't break me out, it doesn't clog my pores even though it has SPF. I've been using it for 2 weeks. I find that my skin looks great when I wear it. I can wear it every day without being afraid that it's too much for my skin because I can wear it lightly. And also another thing that I love about this foundation is that I don't have to powder because it actually finishes really matte in a way where it looks like real skin, and powdering would just not do anything to it because it already looks so great, it already looks so matte. So the container is exactly the same as all of the other foundations by Chanel except for the Vitalumiere Aqua. This is actually a glass container with a pump, and I know with the matte Lumiere it does dry up at the tip, and then so when you pump it actually squirts because it dries up and clogs. But this one I've had it for 2.5 weeks and I've been using it every day and I haven't seen anything, so hopefully, crossing my fingers, it won't have that same reaction after a while. But I really like the fact that it's small, it's compacted, you do feel like you got worth your money, and it's 1 fluid ounce, and I just love it. I love the smell. I love Chanel smells, lipsticks, everything. I don't really like scents in my makeup because sometimes it just doesn't smell good. Like MAC, the vanilla, I'm not a vanilla person. So with Chanel though, I love their peachy, rosy smell. I think with this foundation in particular, the smell is a lot stronger than any of their other foundations, but it doesn't bother me because it smells so pleasant. Like, it smells like roses and peaches and I think anyone that likes the floral fruity smell, you will like this. So to me it doesn't bother me, but it might bother those who have really sensitive smelling. So I think that is it. I really do recommend this foundation for those who have oily skin, because it does control your oil. It does, you can actually prevent more oil by powdering it, because the fact that it is a powdery foundation and then going over it with a powder, it actually will work. I would recommend this for dry skin, just because it gives you that really beautiful look, and it doesn't look drying, and I think going over dry patches it wouldn't look too bad. But if Chanel foundations is a little too pricey for you, which I understand, $50 for 1 ounce is a little bit too much, then I would recommend the Lancome Tint Idol Ultra, because it's very similar in my opinion. The only difference is the smell and the SPF, as well as a little bit more of a better blend. So yeah, I hope that this was helpful and that I could help you in any way. So if you have any questions about this foundation or any comments, please leave it below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!